My name is Gabriel Ni Obodai Atopra Atunam Togbo Ashon, and in this edition of Community Watch, I'm coming your way from Chorkor. I am along the Alhaji Santana to Chorkor Road, where even though it's a short stretch, it has over 1,000 potholes, literally, to say. Today, I am going to interact with the residents so we look at the concern they have. It's a two-in-one story. We are looking at the poor state of the road and also the bad nature of a major drain within the community. And the drivers are having difficulty in using this road. A number of potholes that I will be walking in a jiffy. So I am just in one, from 1 to 2. Then we have the third one. Then a fourth one, and there is a fifth one there. This is just a tip of the issue we are here to discuss. I am joined now by the residents of Chorkor, so we have the first issue addressed, after which we move close to where the drain is to interact with them as well. Welcome to Community Watch. This isn't the first time we are coming to the community to interact with the residents. I was here about 3 years ago. I inspected the situation. Some of the slabs you are seeing and iron rods, I saw a number of them that had been left in people's homes. Some individuals within the community had even cut or collected some and sold it off. Resources for the state, meant for development project, now being used by individuals for their own enrichment. Why must this happen? Here are visuals of how the situation was at the time. Just behind me are a number of iron rods, and because the project has been abandoned, you have a situation where some of the construction materials have also been left and abandoned at the mercy of the sun and rain, causing, well, somewhat financial loss to the state.
I told me Hajache, Benimina started Neke Gotane Chani, while we are any election nation, Kegotana Babacha, Ababa Yawi. I can't want fair politics. Money Babacha got a JBA. A can't heku. Catch she ni how more bar, war face. What you are walking. Mene, come on, no femo coaching. Cutting you go me, ne Kumashwe no, Egbemo, a can't she a dollar, a can't nothing. Ona, a war once more not care like a sin no never but 2 a beer, but never bena. Like a DJ Naka, Bella Ungo buy no akumo. Oko vanapwe chante, le bachagota.
Na washi ya biene no eya mi no ani aminoni ni ekumu na etesi na fe neke, which is very bad. No mi ebe na kan esako neke nyumo ni no e fite woni bi won kpafai koni ake meyo na ba fe ha wo
entontomo weyen empotro the last we ensu eto na patro shiriko to bi nkwam o hwe nkwan nya tuguye
Yampa.
Me nada o menua me nada okra wa ha sei empotro it is ensu eto am dey move with my phone so ma ba be hwe empotro hwihwi efi esen ya ubehun ze ye bre wa ha pa hwe obi window achi hwe ayi ohome we nyina konimu wayare okokolebu ben wa hanom a nkrofo ewu wa ha sei no obe fa na mie yare.
Right, so let me join my colleague and friend here. He's a renowned poet, but also very concerned about community development, hence extending a hand to us to come and then have a look at the situation. Welcome to Metro TV. Your name?
I'm Oswald Kainte.
Right, a household name. Right, so give viewers a perfect idea of what the problem really is regarding the road.
Okay, as you rightly mentioned in the beginning, we are faced with two-phase problems. One, the drainage system, and this very one. This is a main road that connects, let's say, from Alaji to Chorkor. So it's supposed to be one of the major roads. It's supposed to be drag carriage originally, but as it stands, it's just one. And we have a lot of cars, vehicles using it every now and then. And then as you could witness, the potholes, we have graduated from potholes to manholes. That's the level of it, and then it's very.
Moment, man, be jeme. Mambi, are you there? So, right, they are saying Wayabia Wongbo. Right, so Oswald is saying that the road has potholes, but it's even no longer potholes, but they are manholes. Anokwaleni, manholes. So we'll be coming to you shortly to explain to us and share your concerns.
And also, having been around, I've tried my possible best to reach the authorities that be. And it appears it's the only assembly member who keeps giving consent. I know if not is really done about it.
We have a metropolitan chief executive.
Of course.
Have you engaged him and then other higher authorities within the ministries? Have you?
Well, I have not been able to get in touch with the ministries. I've spoken to the member of parliament. I've spoken to his
former mayor, Honorable Kovandapoy.
I have WhatsApp chat with that effect. I've spoken to the director of the Ablekuma Sub Metro. I've been there just yesterday. I spoke with the director. I've been able to. I've been very successful with the assembly member who is carrying with us here. And from his point, I think when you meet him, he's going to give you his side of the story. But it's been long overdue. No, the road which is supposed to play its role is so much in use. So you see, when they get to this very junction, they have to turn to the right, and that's supposed to be a minor road. And this major road, it's been over 3 months, and it keeps deteriorating every now and then.
Right. Thank you very much. Let me hear from the other residents so that they also share their concern. Okay. So there is a petty trader saying, "Oh, fine," even from a distance. That shows how ready she is to talk.
The road is not well maintained. Commercial vehicles avoid this route because of its bad state, which creates inconvenience. We appeal for immediate assistance.
White.
Who else? Right, so I have yet another petty trader to share her concern with us.
The authorities have been irresponsible. They care less about our community challenges. We are adversely affected, especially drivers. We call for the appropriate authorities to fix the road.
And now, nobody will ever Alaji Santana Road. No, they she get bullet me. Driver Poland, I can no fail. Musumi. And I can't be Bafite. No, could be an about follow Miawa. Eh, Shika. No, can go Abano hour, backbone hour. I won't puff assembly man ever tano. Long as you're quite a co of fuel a beer. She many baffy, I'm a forward. Now, me quite won't put. No, let ever call fuel a beer. And she can't about. Eba fear no koni wo mi ase wo ya ka won vote no na ka no vote okay ani si da no vote e fe bola ka wo vote o me abakwa wo abafe wo no ko e bie e won pafai abakwa gba wo fi o nyera
for gbe
acho mi sako
oiradon. So we've heard from 2 women. Let's get to the youth here. Oblain abi nyanwe bi na nu nyegbe hello na kai no e wo na mo yu wa na mo ba nya wie
Lumo biala meme wa bia menya me wa wo o bia ne meme wa wo what porto se bia mo ko sha wa lo bia ne mo we ke wa pa sha lo mo.
The road used to be maintained through community labor. We no longer have the means to sustain it. Commercial drivers no longer ply this route because the potholes affect their vehicles.
O ke bia na ba jaje gba o bia ne won ko ngbe na jaje no fia no awo bia ne bia ne lo le je ami ato another road lole ton bia owo drop yen bia moko tun ni e bia lole wo one pen dagbe lole ba wo skombe photos ni bia ma wo la gbodun te ko gbe mi lole na accident won pa fai atuni awo
no ni yo mi no jake photos ni obi ni eyin kra
We believe this community has been neglected because it is within an opposition party's constituency. Our plight should not be politicized. We will have none of that and vote based on a positive track record. We shall vote against any official who doesn't serve our interests.
Because of Porto say about Doja on Miruba na no nye pavement no pagani na bo ejemi. Jeni papani. Ona ke road ne we bia na fe odo wo de la ko kese ko ekusu wo yin fa. Jeje ba fe road ne apako abata ko na da ne ka ba na lo tato chips insinju on jina ge tato kota jo deti oyo na ge ba shu ono 2 days no be ba na fe je bia na first fat ka bole wo bia na fe na ge ni fe politics ni my life ya stake. Ona jeni papani. I feel like so many men.
Politics how?
As in many days I am power. MCs can be near power. Me chair president because president Elebabi and Leo to bag MCs can DC. I'm in charge of Negani. Because I got my baby and I'm a film now. So I'm making a feel to my politics. I back by me for a low share be na vote. Then I'm buying. She be an war, be an away island. I can do chuchu like a chuchu time in a way island. I can do. Come and do Otu no one skate straight. I don't get me. No.
Me not actually skate.
What about one choice? I know ya about Jebogbe. Be an hour feeling like about Jebogbe.
Yeah, Onupa menkwe. The authorities are watching you. So talk to them. If they don't fix the road, what are you saying you are going to do? Talk to them. They are watching you.
Be an want to talk about partisan politics. What is school when me beli? Wale ona chon. Wale fia any. Mo fe opposition kan on de chon. Romuni ba fe to mo etu eni odo ba basket pakpa ko ba mole.
Be no ni yo mu jino ni nyeme fe da mo biere na me yu eji anokwale wi mu.
We are happy you are here to highlight challenges in the community. The road has been in a poor state for about 4 years, whilst the drain project has been pending for the past 12 years. Our safety and best interest ought to be prioritized always. We call for immediate action.
He has to stop and then talk.
Yes, Master, we are suffering. This is our see the road. See the road. See our road. Everything.
Right, so you can see how concerned they are. You stand here. So don't worry. You talk. Relax.
Master, I'm CPA, community police assistance. We are suffering. Look at our road. Look, you see our road. We are begging. Let the helpers help us, okay? We are dying. Any solution they want to do, for the solution to make solution, we need it. I get it right. If I like, I can remove my hair cap. So they'll see me very well. Master, we need help. Any solution that they need, we need. Let that solution be what? A solution. That's it. So
thank you very much.
Okay.
Well spoken.
Help us.
Everybody say solution.
So we are begging.
Come.
We are begging the community. We are begging
you were passing. Look into the camera.
Our road is no good. If we are passing here, our shocks have been spoiling. Everything has been spoiling. So we need their help to help us.
So it's affecting your business.
It's affecting us most.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Right. So you've seen two drivers. One driving a truck, exhibiting how the thing really affects him. We are coming your way from Chorkor on the Santana Alhaji Road, where residents are pouring out their frustration and concerns to you. The gentleman isn't moving, trying to demonstrate the challenges he's faced with us and appealing to the authorities to make the solution a solution for the Chorkor residents.
Officials are entrusted with responsibilities. If they fail to perform them, we shall vote against them.
Main road. First light. Oh, I remember number fair look now. The secondly, got more than 4 years, over 12 years. Over 12 years, Naka have got a cafe, few no egbo for coronavirus. gbe of coronavirus e poni oba because no ni oje malaria kan ni bi fe ko to na ko mato no wo wana ge gota ni oje je shomu tonton ji kan ni bi fe wo tonton ji kan ni bi fe no ba yen je kolo eje me jata ji kan ni bi fe eje me
o ke jata won oje me
ni bi fe eje me ko to akwo wa na sana me ba na mba fe no shi ami kam jo me fon ekombe ni ko te da so me ba kan ni bi na ga sasa road je eje me na shi obi ene wo nu shi no na shi wo area mo ashi obi ene na fake mbole wo.
Thank you very much. Ewo Wamuna, we are ending. We are told that it's an election year and you have challenges in your community. But sometimes the assertion is that when the leaders come, especially the politicians, and you young people, you are giving 10 cities, 20 cities, 50 cities, then you forget about your challenges. I call Nupa Neshe Oshiki for be a Kameba, Nyeliaka na Banon, Shikanya 20, 30, 50, no be your tree book. Benya color atale benya kwanye problem say no ani nya afi na kan ni ko afile
no sane no mi wi age bia ne ni bi echaki ron chon chuchu no na afi akpa fi mu do bia ne wole ake me anake age ni responsibilities e wa me de na metuni.
Officials are entrusted with responsibilities. If they fail to perform them, we shall vote against them.
Esa no boto mo go shan no ba ke la ge vote abu house to house esa make pa because bia na ile babu esa ge tonu tu mo je na abu ni ono ni tun ame fe tun politicians ame fe tun ma je ame no mi wo fe wo mani wo wa me power na me ke tuni do esa no wo bego ama ke nyiba me bi ba mo go fa ge ba tuni e bi ni ke mo kwa ge ifa ne ba fe do kun awo ka fe ni le la ge responsibility ne fe next time wo ke na power ake ha le don mo ni ke na power ba le le che wo ba election.
One of the day I came here and I saw a certain pregnant woman when it was in the car and the car hit the portal. You could see that the woman was breathing. When they rushed the woman to the Kolebu Teaching Hospital, he lost the pregnancy. So we need the government to help us in this road because what we are seeing is not fair because some of the children, they are the future leaders. So we need the government to help us because sometimes when some of the government came to power, maybe the MP or the MP that win the election here, maybe it could be NDC or MPP. So maybe now we know that Oko Vandapo is in this area, but MPP now is in power. He will not do or support the road for us, and he are killing our children. And they are our future leaders that will take care of us in our future. So we beg the president in power to take care of the road for us. Thank you very much.
My
name is Pastor Cesar Boja.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Right, so we are done with the first part of the program, looking at the state of the road at Chorkor from Alaji at Santana. We are moving down, still along the stretch, to inspect the state of their drain, which I must also say that is in a very messy state. So the residents are joining me to then go down and then have a look at the situation. Come along. A nasty open drain at Chorkor Santana, and it's very messy. I feel quite uncomfortable standing in the midst of filth, and then the fact that seeing a project funded by the state, by the people's money, by our money, and it's been abandoned such that the rains are washing and destroying the project. Residents, you are welcome yet again to Community Watch on Metro TV. How do you feel watching this challenge within your community?
Anokwale e being me no cry e biene e being me no kumi jakeke boden Chorkor abajeni nation 4 years ago ni party ni bajensin na yele le fetun apanu tumu ni be ni party e baba fi enu me bi egbe fi ojogbo mo ni na agba ti mo ko be biene mu shi na ba chami mo etan le fitenu finu me ne ma wa se kun mo ko san flese ne elo teke shi aka ni bi ewoja ahun ila ke sumo ni patan baba wala sile mi boko store machine na ba chami ni aba fi agbe na e fan yen tu ni don e store se no mi ni bi fen we kumu agbe ne nwe moko ti afitu machine ma o na chashkun na ke woje me na ba fi e no maje tena ke wushkun tenu ngene wona o won pa fa akishi ne ke politics ntumu na ka wotu etowo akpa na ka politics ntumu na ka aka Ghana bi ntuni ya ke ko ba o baba fia Ghana mi afọ mi aka MPP afọ mi aka NDC sha afọ mi aka Ghana uni ka afedo aka Ghana.
This is an ISO. The project was started by the NDC 4 years ago. The project was abandoned when the NDC lost the general elections in 2016. The petty partisan politics must stop now and get the drain fixed.
I'm not telling about you on Elenche. Amenyeje me ninu tumo kashi ashina ye police stations shinu tumo ne no ba atun no ni ba wo mi wala ka shiu papa ne ene kanu tumo se sani miu ke e wale apian leke ya nyera adun.
Right, so you've heard from a concerned resident explaining how the issue, the poor state of the drain, is affecting them. That's an elderly man, most senior in the community. Please come over and then add a word to it, because you are the opinion leaders here. You've been with us ever since the program started. What do you have to tell the authorities? They are watching you. Okovanda Poi will be watching, Mr. Brown will be watching, and the other senior persons within governmental structures.
Okay, I just wanted to ask a question. Is the government working with the areas, some of the areas, and forgetting some of the areas? So I don't understand. 4 good years ago, they started to work. And I think the MP, city MP, or the assembly people, they are not being happy. The government is not helping the assemblyman or the MP to come and do their job. You see, the pipelines are there. You see, some of the pipelines are broken. And then these waste waters are passing. So it can go inside the water hose and then somebody will drink. What are you going to do? There will be a serious disease. So I'm urging the government to come and help the assemblyman or the city MP. It's for the people. The government is for the people and of the people. So if we are here, we are working with the government should come down. Go and see. All waste papers. The children also are passing through this place to school. Some of them are falling into the waters. The waters are very bad.
The state of the gutter is really bad. But when you talk about the refuse, it is you, the residents, that have been pouring or throwing the papers, the rubbers in. So you are part of the problem.
Because the work is not being done. They put all the rubbers.
That's not an excuse. That's not an excuse or a reason for which some of you, will be throwing the refuse in the drain.
Yeah, if you are not doing that, some of them can do. Some of them can do, because you can't walk from this way. We have toilets. You see, some of the toilets have been broken down. The bathrooms, the stores have been broken down. So what are you going to do? They have not been helping the assemblyman. I mean, if the government is there, I'm one of them. We have to help the assemblyman to come and work. We have to help the city MP to come and work.
As we speak about the refuse being thrown into the gutter, I was playing the devil's advocate and also then calling out the residents that some of them are the cause of the refuse. But just before we came down here, I noticed that there is a point where there is a bin. But that bin too is full, but it hasn't been collected and we have it in short now. This just occurred to me to connect the two situations. That
it's simple.
It's because they haven't been coming for the bin that perhaps some of the residents are compelled to throw their refuse into the drain. It's still not convincing enough. Anyway, let's continue.
So please, just ask the government to come up. Whether the NCC, APC, NDC or DC, to help the assemblyman. Call the assemblyman to the metro office and ask him how is the work being done, and then support him.
Right, so we are now joined by the assembly member, Theophilus Isaac Nipapo. Welcome to Metro TV.
Thank you very much.
Are you impressed with the state of the drain?
No, please.
Are you impressed with the fact that it is filled with filth?
No, please.
Are you impressed with the fact that a bin within your area where we are now is full and even pouring apart out of the bin, and it hasn't been collected yet as the assemblyman for the area? Are you impressed?
No, please.
How come you haven't coordinated to ensure that that bin is collected?
Yes, it is quite unfortunate that you just met something like that. It has been my cry, and then I always lament on that particular issue. Can you believe that Ablekuma South being made up of 5 electoral areas, and then we having over 20 sanitary sites, we have only one track that deals with the collection of the refugees. So if your container should get full today and you call today, they might come the next week or the next 2 weeks. So actually it is not our fault, and then it is not the people's fault, but it is coming from the AMA.
But that's why you are there, to represent the people, to push for it. I spoke with the Member of Parliament for Ablekuma South, Honorable Kuvandapoy. Then he referred me to you. So I guess you've been working hand in hand with the Member of Parliament. You're representing the people, so it means you're not pushing enough.
Time with that number, I have even gone to the South Metro office. I have communicated with the MP who is in charge in this constituency, but it is the same old story. What I believe in is that looking at other sub-metros, they have everything in order, okay? And then I always ask myself that why is it Ablekuma South, the government is not watching us? Especially Chorkor, we all agree or say that Chorkor has been eliminated from Ghana's map. So if they realize that Chorkor is not part of Ghana, they should just tell us so that we will join to Nigeria or Togo. Because it may happen that the assemblyman is not working, but I, being an assembly member, and then I was sworn in, I think 6 months ago, I have done everything possible to make sure the rubbish collection, our roads, and then our gutters are being So
the residents are applauding him. Some want to say that then the assemblyman is doing his best.
What they've been saying is that we, the assembly members, are policy formulators. So we do formulate the policies, and then it is up to the government to implement it. If I have the power to construct this gutter, I will do that within 1 second. If I have the power to reconstruct the road, I will do so. I don't have the power. All I can do is to follow up. All I can do is to put our issue before them, for them to act accordingly. If I push and then they are not pushing, then I have nothing to say again, boss.
What is the MP doing about it? Because he referred me to you.
According to the MP, he said specifically that the AME is responsible for the construction of the road and then the construction of the drain. Even yesterday night, I have to call him that he has some questions to answer this morning. And I also believe if really he always acts in the interest of the community, he has to be here. But one way or the other, he told me that he has a special meeting this morning. Maybe the call went in very late, so I have to pardon him. But what I'm saying is that I believe in democracy, being government by the people, of the people, and for the people. What I have realized is that they always look at areas that they always look at the electoral area that always fight in the interest of a ruling party. I will not say for NDC or for MPP. What they do is that a party in power always works in where he has been getting the votes. So they all know that when it comes to Chorkor, Chorkor is for NDC. So any government in power apart from NDC might not work effectively in the community. But we are all Ghanaians, as my guy said earlier on. Regardless of who voted for you or not, yours is to work. Because the money that you've been using, it belongs to the people of Ghana. It is our taxes, and then it is our right to have some of the social amenities and then some of the infrastructures and then social developmental projects in our electoral area. So what I'm saying is that it is an election year, and I will not be surprised if they will quickly come and then continue this developmental project. But that shouldn't be the case. Thank you very much.
Right. Thank you too very much. We end today's edition of Community Watch right here. We shall follow up and then keep you informed. It isn't ending here. My name is Gabriel Ni Obodai Atopra Atunam Togba Ashon, and I've done this with Leonard Nikwe. Thank you very much. Bye-bye for now.